Thunder that wanted to say hello. One warm summer evening, the sky above the little panda house began to change. The clouds grew darker, the wind whispered through the garden flowers, and far away, beyond the hills, something rumbled. Rumble? Vanda looked up from her colouring book. Did you hear that? Little Yanda, who was busy dressing her teddy bear in 3 different hats, froze. Hear what? Rumble. The sound came again, this time a little louder. Yanda's ears drooped. What was that? Before anyone could answer, a bright flash lit up the window. A moment later, boom! The whole house seemed to tremble. Yanda squeaked and nearly dropped her teddy. Vanda jumped too. I don't like that, she whispered. Neither did Yanda, not one little bit. Soon rain began tapping against the windows. Tap, 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 tap. Then, boom! Another clap of thunder rolled across the sky. Yanda ran straight to Mama Panda. Make it stop! Mama Panda scooped her into a cuddle. Oh, sweetheart, she said gently. It's only a thunderstorm. But it's loud, cried Yanda. And scary, Vanda added quietly. Daddy Panda walked over and peeked out of the window. He said thoughtfully. This appears to be a very important thunderstorm situation. Mama Panda nodded seriously. A very important one indeed. Yanda buried her face in Mama's shoulder. Too loud. Vanda hugged her colouring book tightly. What if the thunder comes closer? Mama Panda kissed the top of her head. Thunder can't hurt us inside our cosy house. But it sounds cross, said Yanda. Daddy Panda suddenly gasped. Oh dear! The sisters looked at him. What? Daddy Panda rubbed his chin. I think there may have been a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? Asked Vanda. Daddy Panda nodded. Yes, everyone thinks thunder is trying to scare them. It is, said Yanda. Daddy Panda shook his head. No, no, no. Then he lowered his voice. I think thunder is just very bad at saying hello. The sisters blinked. What? Daddy Panda nodded. Imagine if someone wanted to say hello from all the way up in the clouds. He puffed out his chest dramatically. Hello! Both girls giggled. That very loud, said Yanda. Exactly, said Daddy Panda. Maybe thunder is simply shouting hello too loudly. Just then, boom! The thunder rolled again. Daddy Panda waved at the window. Hello to you too, Yanda giggled despite herself. Mama Panda smiled. I think we need something extra cozy. What? Asked Vanda. Mama Panda stood up. A storm nest. The sisters looked at each other. A storm nest. Within minutes, the living room had been transformed. Blankets were draped over chairs. Pillows were piled high. Soft fairy lights twinkled beneath a cozy blanket roof. Daddy Panda even carried in the biggest fluffy cushions from the sofa. It needs more cushions, he declared. It already has lots, laughed Mama Panda. Impossible. A storm nest can never have too many cushions. Soon the whole family squeezed inside. The nest felt warm and safe. Rain pattered softly outside. The fairy lights glowed like tiny stars. Another rumble echoed across the sky, but somehow it didn't sound quite so scary from inside the nest. Mama Panda poured warm milk into little cups. Daddy Panda handed out slices of banana bread. Yanda cuddled between Mama and Vanda. This nice, she whispered. Very nice, agreed Vanda. Then Daddy Panda had another idea. Shall we play Guess the Thunder? How? Asked Vanda. When the thunder rumbles, Daddy Panda explained, we imagine what it sounds like. The sisters nodded. A few moments later, whir, rumble, Daddy Panda gasped. A giant cloud elephant. Mama Panda laughed. I think it sounded more like a sleepy dragon turning over in bed. Vanda smiled. I think it sounded like a giant tummy asking for pancakes." Yanda burst into giggles. Then another rumble rolled through the sky. "That one was definitely a dancing rhinoceros," declared Daddy Panda. Soon everyone was laughing. The thunder still boomed. The rain still fell. But now the storm seemed less frightening and a lot more silly. As the evening grew darker, the thunder slowly drifted farther away. The rain softened. The clouds began to part. At last, a silver moon peeked through the window. "The storm is leaving," Mama Panda said softly. Yanda looked outside. "It not scary now?" "No," said Vanda. Then she thought for a moment. Maybe thunder really was saying hello. Daddy Panda grinned. A very loud hello. Everyone laughed. That night, Mama Panda tucked the sisters into bed. The air smelled fresh and clean after the rain. Outside, tiny raindrops sparkled in the moonlight. Yanda snuggled beneath her blanket. "If thunder comes back, can we make another storm nest?" Daddy Panda smiled. "Absolutely. Maybe even bigger. Definitely bigger. More cushions?" "Many more cushions," Yanda yawned happily. And before long, both little panda sisters were fast asleep, dreaming of cloud elephants, pancake-loving giants, and the coziest storm nest in the whole world. Tonight's little lesson: things that seem scary can feel much smaller when we face them together with love, laughter, and a safe place to cuddle. Thank you for spending bedtime with Panda Vanda and Panda Yanda stories. Sweet dreams, little one. We'll see you again for another cozy adventure.